playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Watch twist.
Gone.
Back. Hey, switch gears. Check the backer.
Yeah.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Mike's 50.
2nd and 11. Going to throw right side here, complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Smith. Mine's 50. Here we go, D.
Deep grip.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Set, ready. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Yeah. Let's go. Check three.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. 6-1. Ready,
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. The open man is Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Murray now on first down. And he'll find Hall. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. And he's got his target. That's more. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
I got it. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. I got it. Mike's 50.
Hey, Mike's 7. Get it.
2nd and 14. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set 70, Indy.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
61, matchbox lights.
50, Mike 50. So we got man.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Switch.
Look, squeeze.
Out.
Hey, lock it.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Watch the twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Joker.
Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Watch tight. Tight end right. We got 3 down. They got it.
80 weapons. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Mike 50, Mike 50 now.
2nd and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On play action, they'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This one from 35 yards away. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Murray trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, exit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on first down. Screen play, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, check 24. Get it.
They give to Johnson going right. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 13-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Rock it, rock it.
SOS. Check 99.
Five.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On the double.
We want this. Tight end right. Out. 3 down.
Let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
You ready?
50, Mike, 50. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Ball formation. Come on, boys, come on.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that.
Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They begin with Michel on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah,
and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They'll run on first down. Michel. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray, throw left side, complete. It's Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. On first down, Michel. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Slam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Check safety. Go. Check three.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready. 7 in. Defense, win shit. Tighten up.
And they will run it with Michel. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch the screen. Switch. Watch the edge. Shift. Watch the shift. Go. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Being chased out left to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Lions 16, Titans 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Ready? 18 Gator. Watching you fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Wahoo.
Here we go again. Mike,
Now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, Haywood. Go.
Looking to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 22. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's get X3. 218. Chop.
Check 55 to Mike. All day, dog. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
2nd and 3. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At their 49-yard.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's Michel. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's Michel once again. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. A give to Michel running right. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Titans. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
I'm trying to collect.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
Bravo.
Come on, 55's my guy, 55. Mike 55.
They'll look to throw here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Michelle. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, he'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Poole, and he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. But just going up and down the field against them, yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Michel. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the toss, here's Michel. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Tennessee, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.